Welcome back to Pappy Tinkers, and today I have my ISU 152, sometimes also called the JSU 152. It's for Joseph Stalin, which in Russian the J is spelled like an I. This was a big heavy assault tank based on the JSU chassis. Like many other armored vehicles, they used the tank chassis from one vehicle, from a main battle tank, to turn it into tank destroyers, assault guns, weapons carriers, and whatever else they needed. This was built from 1943 to all the way into 1959, well past World War II. It had a production of about 4,600 or so of these vehicles. And this one has the short 152 millimeter gun. 152 millimeter gun. This fired a 90-pound shell that was filled with explosives and would do heavy damage to whatever it hit. The front was also relatively thickly armored, with up to 4 3/4 inches in the front and 2 to 3 inches on the sides. This allowed it to operate with the main battle tanks either as first line or second line in an attack. So it would have a role of attacking fortified locations, and even a role as tank destroyer from time to time, which is how it earned its nickname Zvidboy. I know I'm mispronouncing that, but it stands for Beast Killer, because as you know, the World War II tanks were oftentimes named after many cats. This here is the Trumpeter kit. Let me shut this off here. That went together very easily. It did not have an interior in it, nor the crew members. I think this crew member is a Tamiya soldier that came with their old Soviet-style Jeep. So pretty much this was built straight out of the box. The gun does move a little bit, and in real life it had a limited traverse from side to side of about 9 to 12 degrees, somewhere in there. And it was actually a very easy kit that fell together. Plus it came with not just the old vinyl tracks, but the length and length glue together tracks. I didn't want to use that. I had some of these Freiumodel white metal tracks that go together just like the real tank tracks do, which is each one is an individual link with a metal pin that flows through it, and that allows it to have this flexibility. The Soviet tanks would often have saggy tracks like this just due to wear and tear and lack of maintenance on them. But these white metal tracks give you excellent chance to portray that. Plus it adds some nice weight to the model, so that when you pick up what was supposed to be a 47-ton vehicle, it feels like something more than plastic. Also on this kit, I got rid of the plastic grab handles, because I always break them off, either in the painting or moving them around, or I won't say playing with them, but yeah, it's playing with them. And I replaced all these with brass wire. There's a cute little wire bending tool that you can get from Micromark that allows you to make the same size bends repeatedly instead of just trying to go by eye. Somewhere in my move I lost the other 2 crew members, but I'll find them under a box. I took some Soviet armor green. I added a couple drops of black to it, and I painted the bottom of the tank with it, and also around some of the panel lines, the weld lines, the engine covers, and stuff like that with it to give it a little bit darker appearance from the bottom to the top to help in the shading. Then I sprayed the whole model, the rest of the basic Soviet armor green. And then I put one more light mist coat that I added a few drops of a pale yellow to, and I painted the centers of some of the panels, the side panels, the top, and places like this, just to lighten it up a tad. For the weathering, I added another dark brown rusty wash to it, concentrating on areas of the tow hooks. Any of the pictures you see from World War II area will show rust streaks coming down from the grab handles, and I did those with burnt umber oil paint that I greatly reduced. I also added some other streaks showing like rain marks coming down from the top, some of the painting on the side fading down a little bit. These decals are actually from Archer transfers, and if you ever get the chance to pick up some more, pick them up. They are very good. They are out of business now, so they're running low. Whoops. As you can see, the decals are flat, completely flat. No film, no carrier, nothing to make it look like a decal. They were so nice. Oftentimes the names on Soviet tanks came from the factory of people that bought them, or other patriotic sayings. I detailed some of the grab handles, and I did light damage on some of the fenders, cut off a little bit of this front one, added some more rust to that. The extra fuel tanks are darker green just because they're not always painted with the factory tank. Some more light damage to the rear fenders, and the holes could be from shrapnel or whatever. Also added some rust streaks there. Some dark almost black color coming out of the exhaust up on top. And this was a fun and easy model to build. I would highly recommend this one from Trumpeter if you like assault style tanks. And with that big gun coming out the front. If you've played World of Tanks and you've got to play in a JSU 152, even without the BL-10 gun, you know it was famous for the one-shot kills. Because that big old shell coming at you, it would do the damage. Anyways, thanks for watching my video on this wonderful little kit, and see you soon from Pappy Tinkers.